my mind a lot. Don't need no time watch. I don't know how I got you in my pocket spot. Yeah, that's babe, miss you every day. You like my oxygen, make it seem like the barging down. Got my heart no barging in. From the bed to the floor to the couch. Might wake the neighbors up, break you in and break you out. In the end, we're gonna make it.
Deanna, welcome back to another episode of All Time High. This is going to potentially be the most unwatched but highest rated show that we've ever done.
I mean,
and you probably wonder why I'm saying that.
Yeah.
But there's no schmoverment today. We're going to just get right into all the names and the presidential pardons. And you heard what happened.
Are you going to do all of it? No, we're not going to.
Oh, yeah. Just get it out there. Don't even hide behind it. I mean, there's some raw stuff here that is coming to play out. It has huge political implications. There's a lot that it has been said, a lot that hasn't been said. Do you want to start us off to kind of let all the audience know what happened?
Sure. Audience, if you have not heard yet, our favorite person, are we saying names? I don't know if he's our favorite person.
There's just no way. I'm going to play a video in a second from.
Okay. So the U.S. president has pardoned CZ, the CEO of Binance, the founder of Binance.
And so to give the audience a chance to kind of breathe this in, let's go ahead and by the way, if you haven't hit the like button or the subscribe button or the share button, but you're enjoying the video, then you should, because you want to like, subscribe, and share. If you don't like the video, leave comments. If you do like the video, leave comments as well. We will respond.
Yeah.
But I'm going to play a video that may
make this the most watched episode. We're going to prove you wrong. We're going to make it the most watched episode ever.
Yeah. Well, we'll see about that, because here is what transpired. It's certainly going to be polarizing. It's certainly going to be engaging. And oh, wait till I bring it all the way back home, because of the implications that it has beyond just this little piece of the puzzle. Here we go.
Yesterday, saying that he granted the pardon thanks to lobbying from CZ's supporters.
I don't know him. I don't believe I've ever met him. But I've been told by a lot of support. He had a lot of support. And they said that what he did is not even a crime. It wasn't a crime, that he was persecuted by the Biden administration. And so I gave him a pardon at the request of a lot of very good people.
CZ pleaded guilty to enabling money laundering on the Binance platform. That guilty plea was part of a massive $4.3 billion settlement between the crypto exchange and the DOJ. And along with stepping down as CEO, Zhao served 4 months in prison. Meanwhile, Democrats are slamming the president's decision to hand down a pardon to the crypto founder. We told you about Senator Elizabeth Warren's concerns yesterday. Well, Congresswoman Maxine Waters, the top Democrat on the House Financial Services Committee, also put out a statement yesterday saying, quote, CZ has spent months lobbying Trump and his family while funneling billions into Trump's personal crypto company, World Liberty Financial. The pardon was a payoff and a blatant example of the kind of pay-to-play corruption that Trump and his administration continue to engage in. Congresswoman Waters is referencing a Wall Street Journal report back in.
All right, I'm going to stop it there, because that's plenty to talk about. Plenty.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a little, I mean, of course, that's their opinion. Like, of course, I was in Florida this weekend celebrating my friend's birthday, and this actually came up because, conversations that love to go back and forth. And I think people misunderstand what really happened with CZ, why he got put in jail, and what the catalyst was that ignited all of it. Now, I'm not saying I'm best friends with him. I have met him. I don't text him or anything like that. Everything that I know of him, though, is he's one of the guys who's always tried to follow the rules. And so when you had this landscape where nothing was really laid out or black and white, then you're trying to do everything that you can do, and you get caught up.
He was not trying to follow the rules. The rules were, there were no rules.
I mean, that's a good rule. It was rules by enforcement, right? It wasn't like, do this.
Yeah, it was regulation by enforcement. So he didn't necessarily break any laws, because there were no laws. He accepted a plea bargain deal that said that he was money laundering, which effectively, I dare say, we've proven on this show that transpired. So this pardon by Trump is more message sending, I think, than anything else. Do you agree or
Yeah.
disagree with that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I
Yeah.
love it. I love it.
What message is it sending for you?
To me, it was like a big middle finger to, you know, the FBI and the Biden, or the SEC, because that was kind of their, I mean, CZ took down FTX, right? So he took out Sam Bankman-Fried, and that was their poster child for crypto. So imagine here's this person that the government is propping up to be the poster child for crypto and gets caught in the largest scheme that's ever happened in US history. So, you know, that was retribution. They went after CZ for that.
See, and here's where I struggle, because now we're all of a sudden, like, the partisan lines start developing. You see that Trump did his thing, and then Maxine Waters and Warren are doing their thing. And are we really at the place where CZ is going to represent Republicans and Sam Bankman-Fried is going to represent Democrats? Can't we all just get along? I mean, this is my struggle in this space. Like, the signaling is crypto's open for business, right? We're not going to hold CZ accountable for a place and time where there were no rules.
Right.
There were no laws.
Yeah, of course.
Even though, so did you realize that he did a plea bargain? He accepted the charges for money laundering, which ostensibly he did. I'm not for or against any particular outcome. If you watch this show enough, you know that. I'm just trying to see what it is and where it is that we're headed. With that plea bargain, with this pardon now, it isn't doing anything other than exonerating his record.
Would be my first thing. I'm innocent. Give me back my $4 billion.
I don't think he did. I mean, and that was probably paid to the U.S. government, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure he didn't. I'm sure he didn't. Or I don't know, maybe he did. I would have.
So he personally paid $50 million. The company Binance pleaded guilty and agreed to pay $4.3 billion. And yeah. The pardon does not automatically get back or give back the fines. So there's kind of the answer. It does erase the federal criminal conviction. And so if you're trying to make Binance US happen, that's kind of critically important. So are you familiar with Polymarket? So you get to wager on outcomes, and it's become a new place where you can actually wager on the odds that there's going to be a presidential pardon. And so after Polymarket saw CZ's pardon, so it went from a possibility with CZ that he would get a pardon to he actually has received the pardon, that Sam Bankman-Fried, he had a 4 to 5% likelihood for him to get a pardon. It's now jumped to 17%, as high as 17%. Is that not crazy? I think they're completely different animals. But on the optics side of things, do you think, first off, I mean, that's you're tripling the likelihood of that occurrence. I mean, if you're saying CZ is pardoned and we're open for business, is pardoning Sam Bankman-Fried like, hey, let's just do it all, run it all back? The regulatory message, which I talked a little bit about, but I mean, there's going to be the question, what if Sam Bankman-Fried is pardoned? And you're going to get that leverage that occurs because the CZ pardon is seen as lopsided. It's seen as unfair. And when one side sees it this way, unfortunately, I just don't think for somebody who's looking to grow the space, if you will, collectively without making it a partisan issue, I think the pardon of CZ does make it a more partisan issue. The other pardons that have been coming along have not necessarily served as a catalyst like this. I think the echo chamber for Sam Bankman-Fried's pardon is going to grow louder and louder and louder. And ultimately, if not during this current presidency, there's a potential that it happens in a future presidency to offset what is happening here with CZ. Now, at the end of the day, I think the pardoning elements are totally different. One is money laundering, where there was a compliance failure because there were no rules. There was not fraud or direct customer theft. And the other one was fraud with direct customer theft. And millions, if not billions of dollars were erased from shareholder accounts because they were moving money fraudulently back and forth in the case of FTX. So at the end of the day, you can't really, in my estimation, compare SBF's actions to CZ's. They're literally night and day. There are huge fraudulent elements in one instance, and in another instance, you didn't have any rules to govern. And so that is a distinction that's hard not to consider. However, the political calculus of this actually, as you saw, they say that Vegas sets the line rather well. Well, when you look at Polymarket, it's taking kind of the consensus of everyone, and it's saying, what's the likelihood that Sam Bankman-Fried will be pardoned? It's gone up considerably because, well,
yeah, I
it's
mean,
a bigger deal.
but I don't think Trump is going to put up this poster child. He's not going to support something that was such a, I mean, CZ, in my opinion, was a very different story than SBF. Like, SBF deserves to be in jail for what he did. 100%.
Okay, so let's say we're on the same page there, but how do we convey that like to a listener audience? Because you start picking teams and you're like, they cheated, so I get to cheat. I'm trying to say, how do we like rationalize Bankman-Fried was different than what CZ did? If somebody's on the outside looking in, oh, they're both crypto cheats.
Sure.
Well, I mean, one's money laundering, one's fraud. What's the big difference?
No,
I mean, same, right?
It's not though. In CZ's case, his allegations were crypto specific, right? In a way that there were no rules. So they're saying that anti-money laundering. SBF, if he hadn't worked in crypto, what he did was still illegal. You can't put a backdoor in and allow your other company to have more privileges. Like, it was, all of it was illegal. Like, all of it across the board was dirty. It was shady, and once it got exposed, it really, really showed who he was as a character and a person.
All right, I'm going to go out on a limb here. Just also to keep the audience connected.
Sure.
And to think, like, I zoom out when I'm like, oh my gosh, this is too much noise. This is them against us. And it's not. This is a financial world that could be better for everybody. I am here today for the first time ever to tell you that Sam Bankman-Fried will be pardoned.
Oh.
Period.
Uh-oh. All right.
Yes.
I want a little wager on this, Jim.
What do you want to wager? I'm in. Sign me up. I don't know that I can give you timelines. I'm not going to give you deadlines. And I don't necessarily think it's going to be with this president per se, but they are so connected with the other side of the aisle that I can't imagine a day, given his youth. Now, if he dies or passes, that takes this whole bet off the table.
Sure.
I don't expect that would occur, but it could occur. He's just so already connected to the establishment that at some point in a future election cycle, this is going to happen. This is not a kingdom. They're going to continue to elect people, and at some point, a Democrat will hold office again. And I think that'll be a good thing. At that moment, it is a variable certainty to me that SBF is going to be free.
Well, I mean, I was about to say, even if he is, I feel like somebody's still going to probably beat him up. Like, there's a lot of really mad people out there. So maybe it's probably better for him that he's behind bars. But if that was the case, why didn't Biden do it? Right?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
He should have.
Stop. He should have.
Oh, wait, he shouldn't have? Go ahead. Tell him why.
He belongs in jail.
He does.
He does belong in jail. Like I just said.
And I could even argue
regular laws. Like, he broke all corporate laws. Like all of it was wrong.
So, and here I go. CZ paid his debt.
Yep.
Whatever the fine was, he agreed to it.
Yep.
He made plenty of money off this. Otherwise, you don't pay $4.3 billion. He paid $50 million personally. He spent time in jail. So if you get back away from the details of it, you realize that CZ, this is just Trump's way of saying, hey, we're going to make sure that Binance US becomes a functional entity, that it's going to work here, and that crypto is open for business.
Yeah.
I think the optics of it are horrible, though. Like, I don't think that is what the mainstream media, I don't think it's what other people who are new to the space are going to take away from it. They're going to be like, oh, the Cowboys are playing the Redskins. Oh, wait, I already ruined it. Cowboys are playing the Commanders, right? It's a football game. Your team, my team, you win, sure. I lose, sure. You win.
Sure.
And that's how this game is played.
Sure.
Deanna, tell us how we get past that. Why do we have to pick sides all the time?
You know what? I don't, because this is what social media has done to us. But how we get past it is we get out of this financial mess we're in, and people actually start making money off of crypto or finding ways that crypto enhances their lives. And then I think the likelihood of the optics going down and looking a little more favorable But right now it's still the dirty money. You know what I mean? It's still like crypto's so bad. People, and now all they see is Trump pardoned a bad guy, which is in reality not what happened at all.
All right, you know what's more important? I'm gonna go to the place that's more important than all this, because it is a lot of signaling, and I said it probably 3 to 5 times. I don't know what that does to this algorithm, but you want to get to a place where legislation gets passed.
Yep.
Right, with the Clarity Act to provide guidelines in terms of how these things are going to play out, so that CZ can't do money laundering, or any exchange can't do money laundering. It's not good for the consumer. It's not good for the industry.
Wait. I just want to pause on this for a second.
Yeah.
Don't banks get in trouble for money laundering?
Yeah,
Hasn't
they pay their
JP
fines
Morgan
and
had
move
to pay
on.
fines for money laundering?
Yeah.
But this is what I'm saying. So this is a thing that happens. It's not crypto specific, right?
Agreed.
Like, banks have done this. Okay. So I just want everybody out there to be like, this is a lot more common than anybody thinks it is.
Fair enough. Yeah. And I mean, the Sam Bankman-Fried deal, probably the best corollary to it is Bernie Madoff, right?
Yes.
That was out and out fraud. That is exactly what it was. And no different.
Nope.
But in terms of money laundering, I don't know an example right off the top of my head like that one, but it's a little bit more subtle. It's a little bit more nuanced. I just don't know. You tell me, is the value there to pardon this guy, to create this kind of controversy, to the giving the Democrats what they want, or do we have a president who may not be politically savvy enough to get this bill through? Like, at the end of the day, like, how do you get the Clarity Act done? You can't even keep the government. The schmovernment isn't even open.
Yeah.
We're about to set a record for schmovernment not being operational.
Yeah, that darn
Let's just be a little more adept. I don't have the answer, but man, I know the path. I know the play.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, again, it's going to be the value. So the more he can show that this multi-trillion-dollar asset class is a benefit to the U.S. and that we should be taking advantage of it so that we can erase our debt, you get more people on board with it. But until they can really see big picture, you're just always going to have these little nuances.
Oh, wow. Little nuances.
Yeah.
Fracturing like little splinters.
Yeah. Guys getting out of jail or getting out of jail free cards. It's,
maybe it's been this way all along.
Yeah.
It's been this way all along. I just need a little more, like, the financial acumen. We say it's not financial advice. Maybe here I say it's not political advice.
No.
But I'm more down the path of like, come on. Was it really necessary? And maybe a future show will prove me wrong for this to happen, because it just sets up the domino for us against them. And I'm kind of over it. I'm ready for us and us, them and them being on the same team.
I feel like it's kind of making such a big deal out of something that's not really a big deal. He went to jail. He served his time. All he did was erase the fact that he was a felon. And that probably had more to do with some kind of license or something that he had to get that he wasn't going to be able to have anymore. You know what I mean? I don't know the intricacies of every single nation. Because do remember that, it's a global economy. It's not just the U.S. economy that we're talking about. Binance U.S. would be fantastic. We get those taxes, right? We're getting so of course we want more companies making money here because we're going to get the taxes from all of that. So, I mean, I hate that it's such a fiery thing, that the fact that it happened, but I think that they're just picking at whatever threads they can. At the end of the day, He probably really didn't do anything wrong. He settled just to get him off their back. He served his time. He paid his fine. Let him.
Can
let
we
him
all
go.
move on?
Yeah.
Says Deanna.
Just move on. CZ is no.
Oh no. And in the video, Trump mentioned that people were politicking him for the pardon. That's got to be his sons. Yes.
Oh, maybe. I mean,
and World Liberty Financial is the company that I believe Eric Trump is running. And so I think they're saying, hey, we can work with CZ. We can make this happen with CZ. Somehow they were connected. And again, the optics of the children, whether it's Eric or Hunter, this episode, I maybe not should put this on the air. I'm just going to make the other side mad at me. And I'm trying to be neutral.
Yeah,
but
there is.
Man,
we are very neutral, by the way. There is
I know.
We're for the.
I mean, amen. Maybe we stop now before I let even more of my foot into my mouth. I've tasted enough today. Deanna, I've had enough. No more presidential pardoning politics from here. And we'll see you next time on All Time High.
You on my mind a lot. Don't need no time watch. I don't know how I got you in my